Hi friends, thanks for joining me on this next chapter of our epic journey to speed paint all of Monolith Games' Mythic Battles Ragnarok. The next units in our epic quest are Geri and Freki. These are Odin's wolves. And I'm excited to share this project with you because these wolves represent the best strengths of speed paints for beginner and intermediate painters to get units on the table fast. And to that end, let's dive right in. And you can see here we've started with a gray prime that we have vigorously dry brushed white over. And we're going to just attack this base coat with a strong mix of Grim Black and a 50% mix of Speed Paint mediums. And boom, we get this. Sure, it looks terrible, a bloody mess, right? But then boom, it's dry and you can see the power of this mix. We've got some pretty good shading and some pretty good highlighting, and this is nearly tabletop ready. And that was barely any brush time, so we are off to a great start. Next stop on our journey is the eyes. I'm not very good at them yet, but at least I am getting them in there. The trick is to use sable brushes. They come to a ridiculously fine point and a steady hand. Try to get several colors in there. And if you're just a beginner at eyes like me, don't bother with a iris, just go straight for the pupil. If the eyes are looking in the same direction, you can consider it a victory. Now I would like a nice vibrant brown leather color for these straps, so I'm going to have to go over them with white. White gives you good coverage, any brand of white will do. When I come down later on the straps with speed paint, it'll give me a nice bright leather color. Okay, as long as we have the white paint out, let's get these teeth visible. I want to see what I'm working with here. A quick inspection looks pretty good. Looks like we are about halfway done with the first wolf. Now I want to take my needle brush and just touch white and gray around the wolf to try to give better impression of hair. I thought a few extra hairs around the face and head was an improvement. Now we can go for the mouth, and according to my reference art, pink would do pretty well. And I went with a Speed Paint Familiar Pink. It definitely comes across as that gums color. The mouth could use a little more detail though, so I'm going to hit the tongue with the red speed paint. And after that's done, of course, I will have to touch up the teeth again. And the first wolf is looking acceptable, done in about a half an hour. It's now time to paint Freki, the white wolf. Mythology hints that the two wolves were two sides of the same coin. Geri, the black wolf, being more grounded in the material plane and primal energy, and Freki, the white wolf, being more connected to the spirit world and magical energy. Now, whenever you're painting a white creature, there's a lot of non-white color that is going on. But first, I'm going to dry brush white to reestablish some bright highlights for my speed paint. Alright, now we can attack the white wolf just like we attacked the black wolf, except this time we're going to use Battleship Gray straight out of the bottle. When that's dry, I go straight for the eyes. This is pretty easy to mess up, so I'm going to fix it with some black lining. Also, according to my reference art, white wolves have a lot of striking black features, and I wanted to add that. Since Freki is a magical creature attuned to the spirit world, we can get away with glowing eyes. So over the white, we put Speedpaint Magic Blue. I'm satisfied with the shading. I don't want to go any darker than that on a white wolf. So now I just want to reinforce the white fur and try to bring out some more hair-like appearance. Then I go back to the needle brush and try to bring out some more individual hairs or tufts. I was really challenged to paint leather straps over white fur, and I couldn't really find a way to make it look good. So let me know in the comments, what do you do to paint leather straps over white fur? I would really like to know. I did the best I could with this fiddly jewelry that is sculpted over the wolf's white fur. Didn't want to take a lot of time. We are speed painting here. Same approach on the mouth, familiar pink. My idea for using a destroyed brush here was that it gets better coverage. It makes sure it hits all the parts inside the mouth. You just have to be careful with it. It's real easy to make a mistake. Again, I like to touch the tongue with a little bit of blood red. It's not quite as intense as you might think because we're going over the pink, and I think it looks just fine. After that's done, we need to re-establish the teeth. Now I needed some luck here because I'm trying to paint black lips on this wolf. It took a couple tries, but I managed to pull it off, and there she is. Not too shabby. I'm okay with it because we're on an epic quest to finish all of Mythic Battles Ragnarok. It's quite a large journey, and it's time to move on to basing. For basing Mythic Battles Ragnarok, I'm having a ton of fun with the Arctic basing set from Green Stuff World. You get a dozen products that are just fun to experiment with and give you all kinds of icy, bone-chilling effects. For the icy base, I just used a little bit of the blue dipping ink they give you, plus some white glue and some artificial snow. But on top of that, the real fun comes in when I use liquid frost. This product is a lot of fun. You just dab it on, and right before your eyes, salt crystals grow on your base and they look like ice. I did 3 applications of liquid frost here to show that you can build up the layers. And yes, it's kind of hypnotic. You'll probably want to see this a few times like I did. You can be sure I'll be using this a lot throughout the painting of Mythic Battles Ragnarok. For the Black Wolf Geri, I did a swamp base very simply using super glue, gravel, and some speed paint. So they may not win any prizes, but we're getting them to the board game table fast. We're talking about 40 minutes each unit, thanks to speed paints. Speed paints changed my life. Okay, before you go, I want to give you a quick demo of what I do after I paint the minis. What I like to do is using a process called photogrammetry, I import the painted models as 3D models into 3D games such as Tabletop Simulator. We have an awesome module for Tabletop Simulator for all of Mythic Battles Pantheon, and eventually all of Ragnarok will have all of its models in the module. It's an epic project, so you might as well stick around and subscribe. We got some awesome models coming up. Man, we're going to be doing big dragons and all kinds of cool stuff. Click on this link here for the epic unboxing we did for Ragnarok, and that is a preview of all the models we're going to be painting this year. I left info links for all this stuff in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.